Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Karla, and you've reached my FlossTube channel, KarlaBeingCrafty, where I talk about mostly cross stitch and crochet and other crafts that I enjoy and a little bit of life thrown in. So today is FlossTube number 261. It is Sunday, December 1st. Welcome to December. Today's the last day of a 4-day weekend for me because Thanksgiving was Thursday here in the US. And I had a very lovely Thanksgiving. I hope you guys did too if you celebrate it. I want to say welcome. This is like my second time putting on the video because I've been messing with my lights. I don't know. Something's going on. I hope it's not my camera having a problem, but anyway, so I'm a little distracted. But I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. If this is your first time finding me, I hope you like what you see. Want to hit like and subscribe. I have a super thanks button below if you really like what you see. I also, you know, you can tip me on PayPal. That's always welcome. But of course it's not a necessary thing, but it is always nice when I get a little monetary thank you. If this is not your first time finding my channel, I have to give a big thank you. You are one of the things I'm thankful for just being a part of my life and a part of my week. Doing these videos every week is something to look forward to, and getting to hear from all of you guys. Whether you actually leave a message or I just see the numbers of the views go up, it just, that's a little thing that brightens my week every week. So as I said, I did have a very nice Thanksgiving. I was invited over to spend Thanksgiving with Lorraine's children. She has 2 kids. We got invited to both places. Her son and daughter are not best friends, and you know, they're not estranged or anything, but they don't necessarily hang out together. And so there were 2 separate Thanksgivings. Could not have been more night and day as far as the vibe in each place. So we went over to her daughter's at around 1, and everyone there, well, her daughter, her son-in-law, and I are all kind of an age, and then everybody else there, the other 6 people were all or 5 people, I guess, were all between the ages of 80 and like 95. So it was a much more sedate crowd. It was sort of sophisticated. Her daughter's sort of a gourmet cook. And, you know, there was, blue eyes, Frank Sinatra, like playing in the background, and, just, it was really nice and fun and sedate. And then, we had our first little meal there. I did not overeat. I had a small plate of food at both places and did not overeat. I didn't even have dessert on Thanksgiving. We did get some leftovers to take home, and there was some cheesecake in those leftovers, and I had that on Friday, but I did not overeat on Thursday, which I was very proud of myself. So we were at Lorraine's daughter's from about 1 until about 5. And then we went over to her son's house. Completely different vibe. Everybody there was like, except for her son and his partner, and then me and Lorraine. But her son's kids and grandkids. There was baby there. There was football on the TV, on the big screen TV. There's football playing the whole time. I'm not a big, football fan, so don't shoot me. But I could care less about that. But I know it's a vibe for people on Thanksgiving. It was just a much different vibe over there. Food was equally as yummy, so it was a fun time. We were home around 8-ish. Both of us were really tired, and just because it's a lot of going, right? And but it was fun. And then the last 2 days, Friday and Saturday, I have spent doing basically chore stuff. I got a ton of laundry done. Backlog of laundry since before I moved, because I had a hard time doing laundry in my other apartment because, I was upstairs, and trying to take the laundry up and down the stairs was just very difficult for me. So I kind of had a big backlog of laundry. It is now completely done, which means all this stuff that was in my sort of little walk-in closet here has been pulled out. So now next weekend, I can tackle the closet and get the last bit of like unpacking and boxes, you know, that aren't going to be unpacked, that are like more for storage, into the closet. So I am, you know, moving forward in the moving in thing. So yeah, it was, you know, productive. It was physically kind of difficult the last 2 days. You know, doing laundry, it shouldn't seem like it's that hard to do, but you know, the act of putting the laundry in and out of the dryer, you know, kills my back. And then, you know, walking out there to the garage, like back and forth 20 times, you know, it does a number on you. So it was a bit tiring, but I got a lot of stuff done. So that I am happy about. Getting all of the backlog of laundry done also clued me in onto how much excess stuff I have. I mean, I don't know. I have enough underwear to, you know, go like 6 months without doing laundry. So I got rid of a lot of like old stuff that I didn't need. I have a big bag of clothing donations. I kind of cleaned out my tops, and I cleaned out my pajamas, and just stuff that I don't need to have that much stuff. So, and I don't have room for it. So I think that's going to be an ongoing thing. I still could cull much more stuff, but for right now, everything fits in the drawers, and I have a big bag of stuff to take for donations, so that's good. So I hope you guys all had a happy Thanksgiving too. I'm not necessarily looking forward to going back to work tomorrow. I did enjoy having 4 days off. I wish I could have a few more. I'm kind of bummed. I was looking at the calendar and realized that Christmas and New Year's this year are both on a Wednesday, which is kind of the worst day for, as far as, you know, getting extra time off at work. You know, you don't get any of those long weekends, or, you know, you don't add an extra day. Like, you know, if Christmas is Tuesday off, and you'll get the Monday off too, and then you have a 4-day weekend. But no, it's smack dab in the middle. So the most we'll probably get off is, you know, the day, and maybe have a day beforehand. So that's a bit of a bummer. But anyway, oops. Excuse me. Of course I dropped stuff. Okay. We did do a little bit of like redecorating. I took away all of my fall sort of pumpkin-y things that are behind me, and I replaced them with December, January, wintry things. And so that kind of was a little glow up thing that was nice. We have a few, very tiny few decorations outside, or out in the living room. And my new roommate's kind of a minimalist, so she's not, you know, she's not one to want to decorate too much, but she just added a little bit of sparkle. And so yeah, so that's fun. I don't know what's going on with my lights, guys, so sorry if it's going darker and lighter. It could also be just things, clouds from outside, but I don't think that's what it is. I think there's something going on with my camera on my phone. I'm not really sure. Anyway, so yeah, we're back to normal work life next week. Actually tomorrow my boss won't be there. He's flying in from Boston, where he spent Thanksgiving. But then we have clients coming in, and we're down to the end of the year rush to get all the people in that we have to see, and just make sure everything's done before New Year's, etc. So, you know, it is what it is. But on to the crafting this week. I have 2 whips, cross stitch whips to show you, and a finish. Not only a finish, I have a fully finished finish. But let me show you the whips first. I did work on my Hanukkah gnome this week. It's fun. It was fun to pull out. I don't have a really good picture of this. I'll just show you this kind of not great black and white. Which I know is hard to see, but do I have who this is from? It's from cutebroidery.com. And those of you who like the gnomes, there's a lot of gnomes on Cute Broidery, so I I'm doing this on a 14 count Aida from Under the Sea Fabrics. And yeah, so I got quite a bit done because I think last it was up in this area, so. And I don't think this is going to be done for this year, but you know, it's kind of, I kind of occasionally like working on a seasonal sort of project during the season. Okay, and then the other whip that I worked on is, okay, come on. Let's not make everything difficult for me. Is my counter canvas, which is Country Garden counter canvas. And as you can see, I basically finished this whole layer except for the centers. So the flowers have to have their centers all the way around here. And then there is a little sparkly floss border. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I have an extra like 2 skeins of the pink cotton, Pro Cotton, and I'm going to go ahead and do this wide border around it because the finished size of this is a little bit over 10.5 inches, and there's no 10.5 inch frame. I will be able to get a 10-inch frame, which would cut off a lot, or I could get an 11-inch frame. So I'll probably end up getting an 11-inch frame, and then a little bit of this will show. But I'm making it big enough so that, I mean, a little bit of it will get cut off, but it won't matter. So yeah, I got a lot done on this. I actually worked on it in a couple days because I was in the zone and I was trying to get it finished. So yeah. Okay. And then the cross stitch finish, not shockingly, is I finished Black Pearl and I framed it very inexpertly. And then I put, as I said, I was going to put some sand dollars on the frame. So I think it turned out really nice. I don't know exactly where I'm going to put it. Maybe behind me for a while so that it will show in the videos. I also bought, I know I have, like, I bought a container of black pearls that I was going to put, you know, on the frame as well. I have no idea where they are. So when I find them, I will maybe glue a few on there. But the sand dollars are only touching the frame as far as glue. So, and this is put in there very, as I said, very inexpertly. It's not very tight, unfortunately. I didn't lace it or anything. I just taped it to actually the acrylic that you're supposed to put over it. I don't necessarily like putting stuff over my stitches. So I often will use that as like the backing board. So yeah. This is by Primitive Hare. And I think it looks really good. I'm happy with her. So yay, one more thing that I can mark off my list as finished. Okay, then I also worked on some crochet stuff this week. I thought I was gonna have a crochet finish to show you, but no. So my pashmina, I thought I was gonna, as I said, I thought I was gonna finish. This is half of it, right? This is completed. And then the way this pattern works is, so this is one cake of Crone, what is it called? Crone, Colorama Halo. And so this is one cake. And then I did the second cake and ran out of floss that much to the corner. So, or yarn, not floss. So I had to, so this was Friday night, and I'm like, I was like getting so close, and I'm like, am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? And on this one, I had like a big long thing left over. I ended up attaching that. I'm like, am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? And no, I ran out. So I mean, all I have left is, where's my, I have this long. So it was Friday. I'm like, okay, it's Black Friday. Joann's was having all kinds of sales. So I went online to look at Joann's, and they didn't have this color. So I'm like, oh no. But thankfully Amazon came through, and Amazon had it, not for like, sometimes with Amazon you can get the yarns, but they're ridiculously expensive. It wasn't. It was like a decent price, a normal price, like the price I would have paid at Joann's, except I have to get two cakes. So I'm going to end up with an extra full cake and an extra most of a cake, because, you know, this is going to take just a teeny little bit. But I will be able to finish this. The yarn's supposed to arrive today. So I will be able to definitely finish it this week. Because when I say today, I've noticed here in Long Beach, packages tend to arrive late in the evening. So, yeah, so I may not actually, hold on. I'm going to mess with my light because it's bugging me. But no, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know. I could be seeing, I've been staring into the light too, so now it's like I'm seeing spots. So, oh well. Anyway, so it was so frustrating. I was like so ready to like be done and get to sew this together and have it and get to wear it in my video and have you guys say, oh, it's so pretty. But I think it is going to be very, very pretty. Okay, so that was one crochet thing I worked on this week. And hopefully I will have it done to show you next week. I worked on Logan's scarf. I got the white in, so I started on the white stripe for this scarf. And then after the white is a gold and then an orange color. So I did a little bit of that. And then the last thing I did, I was looking at the baskets and stuff that I had done before. I'm sure you guys, this is Hudson's. If you guys remember from last year, I made this basket, which is from a Pretty Peaceful pattern, which is using multiple strands. She uses 7. I think this one I used 5. And then she shows how to like attach like really nice handles really strongly using these little, there's a name for them. What are these things called? I don't know, but they're the finding that you need, and I don't recall the name, sorry. So I have like this faux leather strapping, and I have these things to make more baskets, and I really love how this turned out. It's nice and sturdy. I think it's really pretty with the multiple strands. You get this like really cool tweeting effect, and it's a way really to kind of use up yarn. You know, you don't have to get new yarn. You can use up your scraps, and yeah. So anyway, I had started a bag, if you guys recall, that I was going to do using that technique, and I was looking at it and I really didn't like how it was turning out. I liked how the yarn looked, but I didn't like the shape of whatever I was trying to do as far as making it into like a bag instead of a basket. So I decided to go ahead and pull that all out and do a basket. I think I'm going to make it a bit bigger than that one. So I have been using 5 strands. I decided to add another strand. So this is like the bottom. I mean, it'll be like that, but that's what it looks like. And when I pulled it all out, at first I thought I'll just wrap them all separately. And then I realized very quickly that that was going to take forever and be a big pain. So I just wrapped them into a big ball together. And then I have my strand that I added. So basically what I'm using in this is I'm using a cake of Ferris wheel. This is in the color Wild Violets. I'm using this, I think is a Loops and Threads, a Michaels brand. Just like a variegated, which has like the pink, and then it has, so this is mostly like pinks and grays and a little brown or taupe. This one has like a touch of green and blue that just kind of pops out really nicely. This is a cake of Mandala Sparkle and Nova. This is something like Feels Like Butter. And then I have a white, this is Red Heart Super Saver white. And then I have a cotton, Premier Home Cotton. Premier, is that a Michaels brand too? This one's called Fruity Speckle. So they all kind of blend together to make this really, really pretty tweed. You know, and then you treat it like, you know, like a bulky yarn. You just hold all your strands together. But it tweeds up, and it's really nice because if you run out of one, you just attach another ball. And it, you know, it doesn't matter if you run out of something, you can attach something completely different, as long as it's a similar weight or whatever, and you're just going to end up getting kind of a nice stripe or whatever, or just the tone will change a little bit in your basket. And I think it's really cool. So I started this last night, so it goes really, really fast, as you can see. The other one that I was making was not going fast, and I don't know why it is, but maybe because I wasn't thrilled with how it was looking. But this is going to be, this is the size, because I think I'm on round 10, which is the size of the other basket, but I'm going to go probably to 12 or 14. And then you just start going around and around until you're done. But as you can see in this one, you know, there's colors, you know, there's like a kind of a lighter sort of color that's popping out here that I think you see it up again in here. And it's just from the variegation or what you attached at that time. But yeah, these are really nice and pretty sturdy. I mean, really, you know, that's not going anywhere. So yeah, so that's everything I worked on this week. You know, I don't know if I did anything on Thursday. I can't remember. You know, I'm kind of getting back into the groove of doing crafting pretty much daily. So I'm not stitching every day. Sometimes I'm doing only crochet, sometimes I'm doing only stitching, and sometimes I'm doing both, and sometimes I'm doing neither, but I'm enjoying it. So I actually have a little bit of haul to show you today. I took advantage of a Black Friday sort of thing. You guys have seen this one before. I bought this months and months and months ago, the Blue Morpho Butterfly by Mill Hill, the Buttons and Beads kit. I really like this one, and I liked the Monarch that kind of goes with it. But the Monarch has been out of stock forever at 123Stitch. It's been out of, you know, I couldn't find it on eBay. When I bought this one, I also ordered the Monarch, so I was supposed to get both, and then I got a notice that the Monarch was like canceled, it was out of stock or whatever. So I haven't been able to get it, and I was afraid that it might be like completely, you know, ungettable, or it would be so expensive. But I was, you know, kind of scrolling on Amazon, kind of wasting some time, and I saw it, and it was not ridiculously expensive. It was a normal price, and so yay, I got it. So I'm excited about that. I want to work on both of these. I have another 2 Mill Hills that have been started, the vinegar and the olive oil one. But I don't know, I kind of want to do these more, so I don't know. Those might go on hiatus and these might come out. I don't know. So that was my big purchase this week. Plans for the next week and next month. Basically, I want to get as many more finishes as I can. I was having, probably because I was watching some FlossTube videos, and I was kind of itching to start like a new fancy lady or something, and I'm like, no, I have so many that have already been started that need to be finished and that are not so close that I can be like, oh yeah, I'm ready to start another one. I mean, I just finished the mermaid, which technically is a fancy lady, but not exactly. So I kind of looked at the patterns that I have, and I debated a little bit, but I think I'm gonna hold myself off and just try and work on the ones that I have, because I think getting a current one finished is going to bring me more joy in the long run than starting a new one. Although I really do want to start another one. I'm kind of wanting to start another Joan Elliott. I am enjoying my what is she? She's the she's a fairy. I don't know. My Joan Elliott, you guys have seen her, the one who's all zen. I have 2 others. Well, actually I have 3 other patterns. I have Poppy Fairy, the Iris Fairy, and the Earth Goddess. I have those charts, and kind of want to start one of those. The other one that I really keep looking at 123Stitch, and I think I still have a gift card at 123Stitch that I have never used, but I like the Sorceress too, the one who's sitting kind of like in the big throne, and she has a black cat at her feet, so of course I like that one. I also have Rosamond, Mirabillia's Rosamond, which is just a gorgeous chart. But again, I don't need to start anything new. I have so many that are, you know, on the go, and I need to finish one is what I need to do. But anyway, so that's the mental debate I'm having right now, and I mean, I'm sure you guys are familiar with it. So I don't know. I may start something, but really I think that it would be better for me to just try and get some more finishes before the end of the year. Try and figure out when and if I'm going to do a whip parade, when and if I'm going to do another Zoom this year. I don't know. You know, and then we'll start 2025 fresh. And I'm still going to do the same kind of pattern that I've done before. So January would be my full coverage. And I haven't worked on any of those in quite a while, so that'll be fun. But yeah, so that's the plans I have. Sort of my immediate plans are just to keep going on some of these ones that are closer to a finish, and continue with my crochet projects that I'm enjoying. I got to get the scarf for Logan and the scarf for Reagan done fairly quickly. And yeah, so somebody asked me about the books, the little golden books. They will be going out Probably not before the end of the year, because just going to the post office is ridiculous, but I'm hoping early first quarter that they will all get out. So I'll be contacting you guys on Instagram or wherever I've contacted you before to get addresses and stuff like that. So hopefully that thing, which I started with all good intentions, but has become kind of like a little bit of a thorn, not because of you guys, because of my own circumstances, but you know, hopefully that will get taken care of first quarter. I will get all of those out, put that to bed, and then we can move forward, and you know, and I can see about doing other little golden books as time goes forward. I mean, I don't know. I have no plans for doing that, but I have all the supplies. So somebody had asked me at one point about doing a custom one, and I would for sure be open to that, but I need to get all of the ones I have out first. So I think that is about it. A little bit shorter video. I haven't had as much, like, you know, jibber jabber to tell you guys. But I guess that's okay. Hopefully that's fine. I think, especially nowadays with all these people doing Vlogmas and Flossmas and everything, there's a lot of stuff to watch. So hopefully the lighting in this video hasn't been too awful. I still don't know what exactly is going on. I'll have to see if I can figure something out. But anyway, in the meantime, until I see you guys again, please remember to be content, be kind, and be crafty. And this is Karla. Bye-bye.